welcome. Today I'm in the garden and it is a hive of industry here. We are tackling one of those big jobs that we've been putting off for ages really, but today is the day. So let me show you what is going on. Today we are making a start on putting down the gravel along this pathway down here, this lower level. So my husband has skimmed the grass off the top, and I am just taking the compost out of there and putting it into this bag here, ready to go back in those containers there, which will go where these crates are here. I know, it's awfully confusing. And then on what my children are calling the archaeological dig. Say hello, Griff.
Hello. We're digging up dinosaur bones.
Oh, very nice. And then my husband has dug even further here. So he's taken a good 15 to 25 centimetres of topsoil out of the ground, and we'll be putting in some hard core, which we'll then tamp down and put gravel on top. And there he is over there, emptying the soil into the bag, and right next to him are the crates that I've just moved from over here. So this vlog may not make much sense because it might be a bit bitty, where I'll have started doing this job and then I'll move on to a different job until another job is done, and so on and so forth. So bear with us, and I'm going to finish emptying those crates now so we can move them, and I'll let you know what progress we're going to be moving on to next. Day 2 now. It's about 10:30 in the morning. I've cleared those crates here, and my husband has, well, he's got a big pile of dirt to go outside, but I don't know if you can see the distinction, but he's cleared all this down here, ready to put down the hardcore later on today. So he's done all out there. He's doing really well. And then if you come to here, and there, that's sort of like where the step up, so he's got to do all from here down to there. And while he does that, I'm going to find something else to do, because that's a lot of hard work. I'll help him out in a bit, but I got to do some other things first. So I have slowly been assembling this compost heap, or these compost heaps here, to go at the back of my fence here. I'll show you now. So to go this side along here, and I think I finally got enough to do the basic frame of it, and then I just need to build the roof, or the top and the front of it. So I think the job I'm going to get on with is trying to get the shell of this into place around there today. I've been looking at this job, and the first thing I need to do is to level out this ground. I don't need to do like a super good job, but I do want the compost heap to sit fairly level. So I won't weed all of this ground. I'll just pull the weeds out right at the back, where the back of the compost is going to go, and then I'll just level out sort of the sides where the where the sides are going to go, and the middle bit. So I'll get on with doing that, and I'll bring you back when I'm done. I've levelled and raked that bit of ground now. I've got the first backboard to go in here. I just need to build up this level here really, which is quite handy that I have all these clods of earth here from the topsoil. So that's all going dovetailing together nicely. So I'll get that board in place with the edge and see how far I need to do that bit. So this is roughly where it's going to go. should be big enough for what we need. It's really just for me to turn the compost heap that's over there and bring it to here for this next stage, and then I might just use this for rotting manure. So we'll see anyway. So yes, I'll get on now with levelling the ground, and then we'll put them in place and screw them in. Well, I left the compost heap for a bit because I thought I'd better come and help my husband with the digging out of the topsoil. So I'll show you how far we got with that yesterday, and then I've just put the compost heap together this morning, so I'll take you down and show you that as well. So this bottom area by the kitchen has all been hard cored now and compacted with the lawn roller. My husband thinks that he has dug a little bit too deep, so the plan now is to fill up to the level of this topsoil, of this hardcore, with the topsoil we took out yesterday, and then we need some more hardcore to put on top of that topsoil and put on top of this topsoil because it's just a bit too deep. And then he has to continue all along there, but I'll give him a hand with it because it's just too much for one person to do. So I'm going to try and get a load of jobs done this week so I can give him a hand, and let's go and have a look at those compost heaps now. Whilst we go into the compost heaps, I thought I'll just show you this pile of pallet wood here, which I'll be using to make the doors and roof of the compost heap. But I'm going to move all this to around where the compost heap is, because it just means our seating area is up for grabs in case anybody comes round, and we can socially distance in the garden. But yes, here are the compost heaps. The carcasses are all in place now. I've put some of the clods of lawn that my husband dug up just in the front, just to build the level up, so when I put the fronts on, they are at the same level as these posts. And then what I'm going to do in here, I've got loads of cardboard lying around the place. I'm going to put big thick layers of cardboard in there, and then move all that wood and store it in these bays for the time being. So I will get on with lifting and shifting and doing all that, and I shall show you what it's looking like when I've finished, and then we can get on with some other jobs. So I've had a big tidy up and put all the wood either in the compost heaps or just the other side there. Now my compost heaps don't look so shiny and new because I've dumped a load of wood on them, but it will keep the cardboard down, and the cardboard can soak, which will hopefully then encourage the worms to come up. So when I get round to doing the front and the roof, I can put the compost in or the manure in, whichever I use, and that will be good to go. In tidying all this up, my eating area has become, I'll just calm over this fence, much tidier as well. One job will be to put a gate in there. That would be really helpful, wouldn't it, instead of me climbing over the fence all the time. But if I'd come over to here, I've tidied up where all those pallets were, and now we've got our seating area back, ready for some social distancing cups of coffee. And I'm just coming over to here to show you the next job, which I'm going to put an L shape in this ground here to mark out where I want this patio to go, because I want it to come out to where that line is in there. And if I do it now, it'll be ready for my husband to skim off the top to extend the patio. And what we'll do, you can see here the fabric we put down that's not really working because it's coming through and it just looks really awful in places. So we will do exactly the same as we're doing on our lower level, where we'll use the shingle from here. It's not shingle, I can never remember the name, to put on the lower level, and then when that's all clear we'll dig out this level and hardcore this as well, but that is for another day. And then after I do this L shape here, I'll move on to moving that bed there. That's as far as I got, because it has rained ever since, so I haven't been able to go back out into the garden and move that bed yet. And it is not raining at the moment, but it has been raining this morning, and it is really windy out today, so I might go and tackle my greenhouse instead. So the moving of that bed will have to happen another day now. But all I can say about my work and tidying up around the garden is lovely job.